Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between. This is the Game Grid. I'm here with Armando Coleman, and I'm George Hope. And today, our first topic is the PlayStation 4 hack. So, Armando, tell us more about it.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 got hacked again. It's been a while ago since the first hack. The first hack was somewhere in, I think, 4.55. And then afterwards there were a couple of hacks. But this one is pretty big because it's on 9.0, which is pretty recently. They did this in September 2021. Then Sony released this firmware. So this means that piracy-wise, people could play almost
anything. So it's real
anything
bad.
which is released.
So it's real bad news for Sony.
Times. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not only that's bad news for Sony, because there's also a link in the PS5 firmware. So if this means that the PS5 is going to be hacked pretty soon as well, this is pretty bad news indeed.
And there's nothing they can do about it, or is it these type of hack just happen?
Yeah, they happen, of course. There is this guy which is called The Flow, and The Flow, he always seems to find these holes in their security, and he's not even releasing it anymore. The only thing he does is just tweets like, I found another one, and then he just showed some, for instance, some debugging method in the firmware, and he just goes to Sony because there's a bounty program for this. He earns some dollars. And then,
that's actually really nice.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. So, and what happens then is he leaves a hint, and then other hackers are like, okay, this hint.
We start from here.
So they start from there, and that's absolutely what they did. They went into a USB problem in the PS4.
Yeah.
And they found out where it was, and they, I think the day before yesterday, they launched this hack. So now you can go to firmware 9.00.
So, but isn't PlayStation 5 or Sony then motivating people just to hack their system? Which kind of... It's kind of their own fault that it got hacked now?
No. I mean, in the PlayStation 3, they had an option, which was sort of Linux running option, where it was possible to run Linux distributions on your PlayStation 3. And Xbox always tries to have a sort of developer mode where you could still run your own firmware or software or whatever you want to do. It's mainly software that you create. And PlayStation never really gave into something like this. So the only thing they did was making bounties for people that are able to hack these PlayStations. And you have to make a sort of an agreement with PlayStation that when you find the hack, you have to give the hack to PlayStation. They are going to see how vulnerable this really is,
and patch it up,
and what it's worth.
Yeah.
Then they pay you out. Then you have, I think, a couple of months, and then afterwards you can release something if more than so many percentage of PlayStations have been updated, and then
so when it doesn't work anymore, then you're allowed to release it.
Yeah. So it's more for the stubborn people that just keep their firmware on the same old firmware.
Basically, the people without internet. That's where it's for.
Yeah.
So wow, that's really interesting. Well, do you know how much that bounty is?
I'm not sure what he's paid out now, but I do know that for one of his last hacks, he already got $10,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and 10,000 is actually the lower mark.
Yeah.
Because they pay out, I think, in between $1,000 to $100,000. And I also saw a hacker which was paid out, I think, $30,000. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, if you do really good hacks, then you don't have to work or do anything else than just hack the PlayStation 4 every couple of times.
So what do you do for I hacked the PlayStation for Sony?
Yeah.
So wow, and it's released. It's already released, or
it's already released.
Can still stop it.
No, it's unstoppable. They already released everything, so it's just a matter of testing out how stable the hack is, and they'll probably increase the stability of this hack. So yeah, it's just a matter of time before everything is up and running for everyone.
Oh, so somehow I feel like it's Sony's fault, but the thing that Sony does have is new PlayStation covers.
Yeah, fantastic.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, I have seen them, and I think it's fantastic that you're able to just
click it on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice that you can take them off and put other ones on, but yeah, the only thing which I think is a little bit like overdue, is that the only nice ones are red and black, in my opinion. And I'm actually curious if the rest is going to be bought, or if it's just going to lie there in the stores and wait for a desperate person.
Yeah,
with a
I
broken
think so.
PS5.
Maybe the pink one will. Some people will enjoy that one, but
Yeah,
you won't sell
Twitch
a lot of
people.
those. Yeah, or maybe for some background, like a YouTube channel, you can have some beautiful pink PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
But the thing I was really missing is like the real custom covers, like Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War cover or something like that. That's a little more stylish. This is just a color, and I'm like, yeah, this. Why would I buy this for? I think it's like €50
Oh wow, for a piece of plastic.
for a piece of plastic, because
Nice.
Sony is good like that.
Yeah, well, what they're probably going to do is just wait until a big game is being released, and they will sell a PS5 with a custom cover.
Yeah.
This is probably what they're going to do.
And they'll probably bundle it in a special edition, so you pay €100 for that cover. So
That's how it works.
that's how it works, and that's where my money will go. So, and today's main topic is the games we look forward to the most in 2022. And first up, Saints Row, the reboot.
Yeah.
So
Finally, another reboot.
finally a reboot. We haven't had enough reboots.
We haven't got any reboots lately.
But this is a Saints Row reboot. So, how do you like Saints Row, the franchise in general?
Yeah, I mean, the most of the whole Saints Row game I've played is probably with George.
Yeah.
Because the big plus about Saints Row is you have a fantastic co-op there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think me alone, I played probably 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And the rest I
I
played in
think
co-op.
2. I think because one had didn't. I think we played 2 together a lot.
Yeah, and then afterwards, they lost me a little bit with the whole aliens and flying and superpowers.
That's kind of why they lost their edge, I think, and the fun in the gameplay. Because once you have super speed and you can fly, why would you drive a car or want to fly a plane? I mean, and because one of the great things about these kind of games, I always find the radio stations quite funny. So
Yeah, it's a sort of GTA
Yeah.
copy-ish thing.
Well,
So, yeah.
literally a copy of GTA, with still that humor they got, and what you just said, they went a little bit over the top. So with this reboot, I hope they first of all they keep the co-op and expand on that. I mean,
Yeah.
co-op
And,
is
and the big plus is this whole customization thing. In GTA games you're always a character, and the cool thing about Saints Row is that you can just create your own character and live the whole story
yeah.
on your own.
Yeah, you kind of get to live your own gangster fantasy with your own look, and
Yeah.
you can go as crazy as you want and choose. That's one of the things that's really amazing about these games I found, because it kind of helps with the immersion, even though the world is so out there.
Yeah, it's like what you told last week with the Witcher franchise, where you play as Geralt, but you kind of like
Yeah.
to be your own character. So in this game, you are your own character, and they have a really nice type of where you can literally choose anything that you want, and you can look
Yeah.
whatever you want to look.
So, and that's one of the features they really can't lose. And just I hope they tone it down a little bit from the last one, and
Yeah.
basically they don't have, there's almost nothing they can do wrong.
Yeah, so you played almost...
I played them all. I
Yeah.
played them all. And they were all quite fun. I think 2 is my favorite, because I think they struck the right balance between going over the top, but still leaving
Keep
it
it
a
funny.
little bit grounded. Just a little bit grounded. Of course, in Saints Row 3, jumping out of a plane and shooting someone and then jumping back into a plane while you're still in the air somehow. It's cool, but it's just a little bit...
Too much.
Too much. Just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
you
big
got
plus,
it.
of course, we haven't had any GTAs, and I know they, after we recorded the last video, they finally released some extra content for
GTA Online.
GTA Online. But it's nice to have, if it's either a GTA copy or a GTA itself,
Yeah,
a new game. Or
Well, it's nice to
a
have
remake.
It's nice to have something else than GTA 5 for the 10,000th time on the third generation. I mean, it's just stupid. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Just like you said, we didn't have a GTA game in a really long time.
Yeah.
And this is my replacement for that. So like Rockstar in 2030, when you come out with the GTA 6, I'll be there. But for now,
We're okay
Saints
with
Row.
this.
2 is for Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, he wanted to say Horizon Zero Dawn, like a Triangle Quest, right?
Yeah, like a Tribe Called Quest or Empire Strikes Back. But no, this is their Guerrilla Games, the Dutch studios, second entry in the franchise.
Yeah.
And after the success of Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm really looking forward to this one, especially because this is one of these games that has so much potential. Do you ever have, like, when you play a game, you can already imagine the sequel to it, like what they could improve?
Yeah, so you played it, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's an important thing to the story. Of course, I've seen the trailers for the first one and the second one, and I really like the graphics and the color scheme that they use, but that's about it. I've seen, of course, gameplay footage as well, but I still have to play it. I'm not really known for playing the newest games constantly, so that's why George is here.
He's the old, I'm the new. So, no, but I think this is one of these games that you will, once you get your hooks in it, you will really love. Because the way the story is built, it's kind of an apocalypse, past apocalypse, where everything has grown back and these machines have...
sort of dinosaurs?
Yeah, sort of dinosaurs, and you don't really know why they're there. In Horizon Zero Dawn, you kind of get the clue why.
Oh,
but
okay.
I won't spoil that here because, well, you still have to play it.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of these games with so much potential. I really hope they add to their gameplay features and add a little bit more life to their NPCs, because I always thought they were a little bit dead, a little bit Fallout-esque, like they look right through you. So yes, this is one of these games that I can't wait to play, and
it defines the PlayStation as well, because these are the top games of the PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's that kind of is the credit to Guerrilla Games. Like, they really hit it out of the park with the first one. That it's such a staple for PlayStation right now. Once you see Alloy and one of those dinosaurs, you know, yeah, that's PlayStation. That's Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay, fantastic. And then you'll probably have another game for us.
Yes, and this is the number one, and this is one of the franchises I know for certain you have played, and that's God of War.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. God of War I did play. The last one I played recently was on the PSP. Yeah. I know it's a little bit old, but I like to play my games in whatever order I like to play them. So I do believe I have almost every God of War for every console.
Yeah.
So I can play them. So after I finished the PSP versions, because there are two released on the PSP, probably going back to the PlayStation 2 and then PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to play. But I like the whole God of War franchise. I've played also a couple on the PlayStation 2 already. And just looking forward on this one. I kind of like the whole video thing. So what I do is I search for the sort of movie videos on Facebook, and then I'll watch all the movies, cut it and paste it together, and then I can see a little bit more. Yeah, I love the story of this game, but most of the time it's the same with Resident Evil. I mean, I love the whole franchise of Resident Evil, but I don't play the games.
You like the games, but you like the story, but you don't like to play the games.
I hate games where I end up with a gun with 5 bullets and then I kill a zombie, or I think I kill a zombie and then it gets up again. I hate those things. So, yeah. And God of War is not a game like this, and that's the reason why I played it as well. And but you probably know more about the recent one. So
yeah, so you know the story of God of War, the reboot for the PlayStation 4. Okay, so the new God of War, the reboot, was just a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece, especially the story, the gameplay, the fact they one-shotted the whole game, so the camera doesn't ever cut in this game.
Oh, that's cool.
From beginning to end, and that's one of those features. When you hear it, you're like, that's okay, that's cool, but once you're in it, it really immerses you into that game and in that world.
Yeah.
And I think this is the way games should be rebooted. Like, really a fresh stage. Also, the gameplay has changed lots. It's more reactive, less button mashing, and especially for someone like you who is can be really precise with those kind of things. I think you will love God of War I want to say 4, but the God of War for the PlayStation 4,
Yeah.
the most out of all of the franchises. I'm really certain about it.
Yeah, so the ones that I play, most of the time I just go to a boss or a sub-boss, and then you have to press triangle or spin or whatever. And then
you still have those moments.
Yeah.
But this time, even the combat, when you hit, you can block it with your shield, and when you time it correctly, you'll parry it, and then you can hit them back. All these kinds. It's simple, but it's amazing. Especially the story, the way God of War for the PlayStation 4 ended, like with Thor, with Thor standing in front of the house of Kratos and Atreus. I just can't wait for the next chapter in this story.
Yeah, and this one is about Greek mythology.
No,
sorry, not Greek, but Northern.
Northern mythology, yes.
Yeah.
And
so the first ones were Greek mythology, and now they're going to Northern.
Yeah. So the last one was Northern, and then this Thor Ragnarok, the end of the Norse god, their age. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it, and really this is one of these games I really think a Let's Play with you would be absolutely amazing. I mean, I really think you will get into this game, like.
And this one is going to release probably for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Yes, for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and it's gonna be released in Q4, I think. They haven't announced the release date yet, so it could be it's 2023.
Oh,
But no, wait. They already pushed it back from 2021, so the game should be in some kind of state that it's playable, and the most, they don't have to do anything with the gameplay. They just need to continue the story. I will be perfectly happy playing this, so I can't wait.
Is there any other things that we're waiting for, or?
Well, there are some honorable mention, of course. CG Projekt Red is coming out with the next gen version of Cyberpunk 2077. So this, I really hope this is their redemption song, and this game just works perfectly on the next gen consoles. And I can't wait to play it again, because that story and world is absolutely amazing. And the game you are gonna play next year to completion, the next gen version of The Witcher 3, because. that shit just needs to happen.
Yeah.
And
I secretly started on the Switch.
Oh my god! You started
on the Switch.
See, this hurts my soul. I mean,
I do have the PlayStation 4 version.
This is the fun thing. I bought the game for his birthday, and he hasn't played it. I'm sure it's not even out of the plastic yet. So
probably,
yeah. So he's better, and not even last year. This is years ago, before the Corona times. I already gave him this game, so he still hasn't played it. So please tell him in the comments why he should play this game.
Yeah.
Because apparently my words don't do shit. And with that note, I think that's the end of this week's podcast.
Yeah.
So this is Armando. I'm George. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.